Radio. Welcome to Spirit Medium, Laura Mediumship and Messages. Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential, and ethical spirit communications. Spirit Medium Laura has been channeling spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and is featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is Spirit Medium Laura now.
Hi, everybody. How are you? I have Roberta Barragan in the, actually in the video, because we chatted earlier today, and she's made a donation as well. And she will be one of our first callers that I'll speak with, because she wants another side connection. So there you go. Okay, so speaking of the video portion of the show, the webinar portion of the show, you can enter that if you'd like, anybody listening. You'll be behind Roberta and you'll be behind other side connections, but you will get priority in the queue. Okay, so all you need to do to become part of the webinar is to go to spiritmediumtv.com, and item 3 on that page has press here, the word here, to enter the webinar. So if you're the daring sort, which I'm very proud of you, Roberta, for doing that, because you told me you weren't technically astute, but you did better than 99% of the people out there. So pretty good for you. And it also adds a whole new dimension to the show. So if you feel adventurous, go right ahead and do that. If you're happy sitting in the queue, that's fine as well. The radio, phone caller queue, which is the primary way I get callers into the show. And who knows, maybe someday I'll start doing what do you call Facebook Live? Who knows? So anyway, there is a website for the show. I just mentioned it. It's spiritmediumtv.com, and there you'll find a myriad of resources, one of which is a way to jump to the top of the queue, and that's called the 8 No Wait, of which Roberta took advantage of that, so she's at the top of the top. And the way that the calling works is I always take other side connections first, but if you make a donation and you want other side connection, then you're at the top of the queue. But anybody after the other side connections, then they'll go to priority as well. And another way to get priority is to enter the webinar. But anyway, I got it all figured out, guys. I got it all figured out. So that's one of the resources there. Another resource you should know about is if you do want a discounted reading, if you go to booklaura.com, and this is also described on spiritmediumtv.com. If you go to booklaura.com, which is the booking page, when you make your payment and you place in the event code field radio show, you will obtain a third more time free. So there's a big bonus for you. Is there anything else? I also like to invite you all to join our mailing list, and you'll be kept aware of changes to the show, which is always important to know. I might move the show elsewhere, so if you're only following me on Blog Talk Radio, you won't know about that. You also get a myriad of free gifts if you do join my mailing list. So how do you join the mailing list? Just go to spiritmediumtv.com, which is a page on my website. And on the sidebar, you'll see the invitation to join the mailing list. So if you're not on my mailing list, love to have you, because I keep thinking I might be moving the show somewhere. Well, I won't say too much about it, because I do like Blog Talk now. I've worked out all the kinks, so we'll see what happens with that. But there's always another way to reach people, so I'm always looking for that. Okay, so tonight we're going to have as usual, I'm going to have a focus subject. And then after the focus subject, I will do a group message. And then after the group message, I go to the phone lines and or the webinar. In other words, I speak to you. I talk to all of you. And thank you for everybody in the chat room. I see this Sun Leaf who's asking if we're live, and we are. I notice there's a Hadassah 1965 is in there, and guest 1133. Love to have you. Glad you're all here. Okay, focus subject. Ugh, sometimes I forget what I'm saying in the middle of it. The benefit of getting old. The benefit of getting old is you can always blame everything on being old. That's one of the benefits of being old. Okay, so I wrote an article after I had a wonderful experience. I call it the red dress effect. How clothing affects your mood and behavior. There's an article on my website. If you're listening to this at a point in the future, you won't see it there. But if you go to Spirit Medium TV right now, you'll see it on the left sidebar. But if you're coming into the future, just search. In the sidebar, there's a search box. And all you need to do is put in the red dress, and that article will come up. But it's basically how clothing affects your mood and behavior. Now, who would have thunk, right? I mean, we've all heard of dress for success, but I used to interpret that to mean that if I looked the part, I would get the part. And I think I even read a book on that at one point in my past. And I used to dress for success when I was in the corporate world. No self-expression allowed there, right? Or within bounds, you can have self-expression. But anyway, so the dress for success idea is you dress as if you already are successful, and then you will get more attention and you will be promoted in work and so on and so forth. It can hold true in life as well. In personal life, you dress as if you're wealthy. You might be taken for wealthy. You might attract wealthy people. Let's say you just see in a restaurant, you're wearing a very upscale outfit. Or if you have your hair done nicely and your makeup done nicely and you look good and all that. So what you look like does attract certain responses from the world. But did you ever think that maybe it might create a response in you? Okay, so my sister shows up at the ballroom. I like to ballroom dance. I do Latin, hustle, West Coast swing, all, most of the ballroom dances. I forgot a few of them, but most of them. Anyway, I was out dancing, like Dancing with the Stars kind of stuff. And she brings with her that night 2 dresses that she didn't want to wear anymore. Now, mind you, my sister is a size 0. I was never a size 0, except maybe when I was aged 0, but not anymore. I'm a mesomorph mid-sized body type. Medium is usually my size. So anyway, she pulls them out. She said, "You're a little big on me." So I says, "Okay, well, I'll try them on." And I went to Laser and I put one of them on. And as soon as I did, it's like, zoom, something happened to me. I turned into a different person. And I went scampering out of the ladies' room, looking for my next dance partner, like a hunter. I just became completely excited, completely energized, and a tigress at large, a tigress at large. And it continued for most of the night. I just felt so hot. I felt hot, even though I had a stomach on me, even though I didn't feel, like I hadn't done anything else differently. I just put the dress on. So what did this mean to me? It was I was like amazed at it, really. I didn't expect that. So what it means to me is, listen, the takeaway is, when you fix something on the outside, something on the inside of you might change. Another road to joy, because ladies and gentlemen, I'm all about the joy secret these days. How to attract abundance, how to heal thyself and manifest. But it's more than just manifesting. It's more than just mending or healing. The joy secret is a phenomenal discovery, which Spirit has been teaching me in different ways from different angles for a number of years, many, many years, actually. And the crux of it, I'm going to give you the crux of it is when you are aware of what you really want, not what others say you should want, because that's your little ego there, okay? But what you really want from a heart center. And when you know what that is, and you ask for it, the ye receive aspect of ask and ye receive bounces into place. So if you want things in life, okay, be sure there's something that you really want and you're not asking for it from fear. Like, for example, I get this a lot on the show. Will I get this job or that job? And I know they're shivering in their booties thinking, I don't have a job. Some of the callers to the show, I don't have a job. I can't pay my bills. Well, I know that quite often we don't want a job. Not because we're lazy, but because the work that we're qualified to do doesn't stimulate us, or it feels very regimented. So you got to really get in touch with what you really want. rather than a job, you might want work that's creative and expressive of the thing you really want to do, which Lord only knows what it is. You have to figure that out. Sometimes a great spirit medium can help you with that. Hint, hint. So you have to figure out what you really, really want, and then you have to take steps to bring it in. One of the first steps is knowing what it is. Journaling is great for that. I kind of made up well, I use joy. The joy secret is the whole concept, but also the word joy is the acronym for all of this. So J means joy journaling. Journal about what you want every day. It helps you really get in touch with it. The O is open. The affirmation, open the amp, amp it up, open the amp. So that would mean affirmations, the affirmation for what you want, a mantra for what you want, the prayer for what you want, and the steps. You have to take action. Okay? So it's not like you don't do anything. Okay, you do have to take action, but once you set the ball in motion of your true soul heart desire, whoo, that's powerful. And then the why of the word joy is you. Your soul emerges, your joy emerges. So JOY is joy journaling, open the amps, you. Your joy emerges, your soul emerges, whatever you want to say, you. So it's just open you, just open you. That's what the joy is all about. Opening yourself up, okay? It's such a simple thing. So anyway, the red dress was an interesting concept. You could take it in many different directions. It could be, how are you caring for your body? Do you take care of your health? Are you in the best shape that you can be in? You know, we all have hindrances, of course, but are you taking care of your body? Are you taking care of the home that you live in? You know, you ever live in a real messy place? How does it make you feel? Demoralized, right? Usually. I got a cute story about that. I was raised in a lower middle class family, and my sister and I had to share a bedroom because we had a small house. And neatness did not come easily to her. That's like an understatement. Wherever she went, chaos followed. Okay. So I was like a neat nut. You know, I loved everything in its place. So I remember I drew a line down the middle of the bedroom. I said, that's your side of the bedroom. You can do whatever you want on that side of the bedroom. But this side of the bedroom, my side of the bedroom, is going to be neat. And it made me feel better. So some people don't flourish in neatness, but you got to figure out what it is for you that makes you happy and then follow it. And that's the joy secret. And this is the red dress idea of what's going on the outside could also affect the inside. Just another way of looking at joy. Okay, so I'm going to do a group message, and then I'll go to phone lines. And the first person I'll be working with is Roberta. And let me just see something, make sure no other donations were made. No other donations were made. Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm going to do a group channeled message. So everybody listening, if you would please uncross your arms and legs and focus on your breathing. I need you all to do this even if you don't care about the group message, because it's going to affect your readings. So sit back, uncross your arms and legs. Start to breathe from your abdominal area, breathing in slowly and gently from your abdominal area. And exhaling slowly and deeply, going deep into your heart, deep into your soul. Thinking of what you want this evening from Spirit. If you're wanting an other side connection, please ask for that loved one or loved ones to join you. If you're wanting an answer to a life question or healing or whatever it is, focus in on that right now. As you do that, I will go and invoke the Master Prayer. I'll be back in a second. And now on your next exhale of breath, if you would please release into the space your energy, I will connect us. One moment, please. Okay, so I'm going to call in the spirit entity, or this evening? We are here. We are here to speak to you all about love. Love of self this evening. We always talk to you about the prism of love every time we speak. In other words, love is multidimensional, and love can be viewed from many different perspectives. Tonight, we will talk about an aspect of self-love called tolerating what weaknesses we have. Many of us on earth do not understand what a weakness is. We think that it is something that makes us undesirable in some way. And so we try to hide or we try to shed our weakness. We would like to suggest to you that weakness is not an adversary, but rather a friend. Weakness is your friend. Weakness is your vulnerability, your ability to open, your ability to accept, and your ability to connect. You see, it's only through having vulnerability that one can understand how other people feel. So weakness is truly an asset of empathy. Always look at all of your defects as jewels. Jewels that allow you to understand the suffering of others and connect to others better as you connect to yourself with unconditional love. Take each of the aspects of self that you consider to be undesirable, and each day ask for that thing, that feature to speak to you, to tell you what is in it for you to learn. For your soul created that. Your soul created that so that you would have lessons on earth. You would grow as a spiritual being having a physical existence. So another reason to love your frailty, your weakness, is because it is your teacher, but only if you ask it so. Namaste. Wow, I'm going to use that in some of the things I got going on. Okay, I'm going to go to Roberta first, who has been patiently waiting in the sidelines. Okay, Roberta, you can unmute yourself now, darling. Can I hear you?
Can you hear me?
I can now hear you. Yes, indeedy.
Awesome.
You're wanting another side connection. And I know well, I've already brought in a number of people for you. Let me just see who wants to pop in, and I'll also give you the courtesy of if I'm not bringing who you're asking for, we'll give you a courtesy of a request. So this Roberta. First person I am feeling is somebody who it's an older woman, frail, feels like more of a mother figure to you. And she shows me something about her stomach is distended. It's probably symbolic of something. That's all I can say is I see her stomach out. And I also hear something about her lymph nodes were giving her a lot of problems. Lymph nodes usually are activated during cancer or something like that, although she didn't say cancer. I'm going to give you some more information and see if it's if you can relate to this, Roberta, okay? Roberta, I'm going to give you some information more. Is that okay, love?
That's fine.
Okay, love. Heart of gold. This person has a heart of gold. There's a lot of Christ consciousness in the way she conducts her life. She also shows me that she's a person who doesn't like to talk negatively about others. She holds her tongue. She shows me white hair to blondish hair. It's fuller on top. It's layered. It's nicely coiffed in the vision she's giving me. It comes narrower towards the nape of the neck. She's showing me herself dressed up a little bit more now. Actually, I'm getting a clearer vision of her now. And she likes to, she looks good. She's got she's a slender, long nose. Yours is a little more fleshy and pops up a little bit more at the tip. Hers is more of just straight. It's not real narrow. but has refined nostrils. She has high cheekbones. She has an oval face, good-looking woman for most of her life until the end of her life when she started to cough a lot and she had problems with her lungs. She also shows me that she would have had a son. I just see a son. So if this is a mother to you, then you would have a brother. If it's grandma, then there would be a male under her. Would any of this make sense to you, please?
Yes, a lot of it makes very much sense.
Okay. I believe this is your mother. Is that correct, love?
I think it's my mother.
I'll continue.
Whoever it is, grandmother.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure because the description seems to be more my mother. And whoever it is, but the spirit, the distended stomach, the hematoma that the surgery. So I know exactly.
Yeah. The appearance is exceptionally clear. Okay, the hair and the face. The face is a version of yours, yes. There's a little difference in the tip of the nose, but it's very similar. High cheeks, a little bit longer face, and the hair is on the lighter side, and it gets narrower here. It's coiffed like that. Very sweet, also very sweet and loving person, she says. I don't know if you'd agree about that with your mom, but just yes or no, sweetie. Would you understand loving and sweet for mom? I need you to give me a yes or no that's audible, please.
That she was loving?
Yes.
She had the ability to be extremely loving, but she also.
Okay, just a yes or no, love. Yes or no. I'm going to go for a strict identification process right now. So she's giving me sweet and loving, and you say yes to that. And there's some exceptions, but you'll say yes. Okay. I see heart and lung problem. She says heart and lungs are problematic. There are a few other things wrong with her at the end of her life. It also looks like she might have had a problem with her breasts as well. Would you understand anything wrong with the breast, please?
No.
Okay. I don't know why she shows me that, but I'll let that go on the side. Would you understand? Well, she says heart and lungs. Would you understand both of them, please? Just no.
No, she didn't share with me.
Okay. Well, would you understand coughing then as a symptom? Did she do that before?
The last visit, I don't remember her.
Okay. So you don't know what was wrong with her then?
No.
We don't know? Oh, you know. Oh, wow. She also shows me her height is petite. She's slender, very slender. Would you understand petite height, please? Yes. No. Would you understand slender?
Absolutely.
Okay. But there is still a little bit of bloating in the midsection. But she's basically very slender, very, very tiny. She loves you very much. There's a name that pops up. Oh, it's your name. But is there anybody else that's a Robert? Or did she just, I think she just said, I love you very much, Roberta. Because as she was saying, I love you very much, I heard Robert. And then I thought, oh, I'm talking to Roberta. So if you know a Robert also, maybe you can fit that in. But I think she was saying, I love you very much, Roberta.
Okay.
Okay, so let me just.
There's a Robert. But he.
Okay, he's in spirit, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Because she's, okay, so she just killed two birds with what? Excuse the pun, but she just hit two birds with one stone there. Because at first I thought it was a Robert in spirit, and then I thought, oh, I'm talking to Roberta. So, okay. And he's like he feels like he's a brother to you. Would you understand that, please?
No, he's a grandfather.
He's a grandfather to you. Okay. All right. Do you have a brother in spirit, love?
No, not that I know of.
Okay. You have a male friend, though, that's in spirit, right?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do.
Okay, but his name's not Robert, right?
No.
Okay, I brought him in for you once before. That's why I said that. Okay, let me just continue with the discernment, Mom. Oh, okay, she's going to go into a personal message now. Don't keep the pot on the kettle too long. Don't keep the pot on the kettle too long. You're burning up inside about something. You do need to tell the other person how you feel. And that other person, she says, will understand. So don't keep the cover on the kettle. Don't keep the top on the kettle or something like that. Don't keep it in you. Don't hold it all in all the time. She says, you know that I love you. She says, I want you to know. Oh, another personal message. I know you know that I love you, and you know that I would never take anything you say very seriously in a harmful way or negative way. She says, I'll always love you. And it feels, I just want to, rather than be literal there, it seems like there might have been words exchanged between you, or maybe something that was not stated as nicely as it could have been or something. But she's trying to say, I love you in spite of some of the words that we've exchanged. Would you understand that, please?
Oh, absolutely.
She's your
message.
You wanted to hear that. She says, you're an absolute darling. And okay, back to the kettle, you know, and she says, it's important for you to express yourself. It's important for you to say how you feel to people. And she says, what you say to me and said to me is important to have been said. She says, I needed to hear that too. She says, it's important for you to express yourself. Don't ever think ill upon anything you've said to anyone. People need to hear the truth. And even if it's your truth, it still is a part of truth. She says, you're a very good person, Roberta, very much like me in many ways. And underneath all the conflict is a lot of similarity. Isn't that so? She says to you, isn't that so?
Yes.
Love you tremendously. Please take care of the home that we left for you and the other little trinkets and things. She says, we're all fine in spirit world, looking after you and looking after other things we need to attend to. She's trying to qualify that by letting you know, she's not up there just, caring about you and other people on earth. They're up there doing other things as well. Not only that, but they do look at you. They do follow you. They do know what's going on. And she says, you're very brave to speak your heart all the time the way you do. It's like a promise you've made to yourself. She says it's the right thing to do.
Oh my gosh.
It's the right thing to do.
Yes, perfect. This is the absolute perfect. You have no idea.
Well,
I've been contemplating talking to a person truthfully, and now I'm going to do it.
There you go.
Yeah.
She says, when you speak from the heart, nothing wrong will come of it. It will never be wrong to speak from the heart. She says, the heart is sacred. The heart is joy. The heart is true. And the heart is meaningful. The heart is meaningful not only for you, but for everyone, she says. Always, now she's going to make a more general message. She says, for everyone listening, the heart is the most important thing, to speak from the truth of your heart, from the center of your soul. She says that's the only way that evolution can happen, that relationships can be healed, and that people can love each other. She says speaking your truth is love. And she says, you know all about that, Roberta, and I love you dearly.
I love her too.
She says, you gave her one heck of a lesson when she was on Earth.
Must have needed it. Like I need.
What, love? I couldn't hear you.
I said she must have needed it like I need.
Yeah. Well, we're all learning from this tonight. And I want to thank you so much for calling in. And I want to thank your mother for giving us this lesson.
Yes.
Thank you. Bye-bye, sweetie. Okay, so just mute yourself, love, and I'm going to go to the phone lines now.
Yeah.
Thank you, honey. You can stay there or go wherever you want. Okay, I am going to go to Jackie, who is wanting another side connection. I do 2 other side connections at the beginning of the show. Hi, Jackie.
Hi, Laura. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I feel so silly sometimes because I get all kind of choked up, and I get pulled into to everything. I was like, I'm supposed to be objective, and I'm here going crying and everything else. All right, so let's go to you now, love. You have a need for an other side connection. Let's see. Yeah. Why don't you just say something, the rain in Spain or something to me? So I get your voice a little bit. Just give me your voice a little bit. Say something.
The rain in Spain.
All right. Flows.
Down the drain.
All righty. Thank you, Jackie. Hold on. Who's in spirit for Jackie? There is a father figure for you in spirit. Let's see if there's anybody else there. I'm going to come back to you and you can choose. You're very worried about something right now in the home. It's really upsetting you. It feels like time is running out and money is getting very tight right now, Jackie. There's just these messages coming in suddenly. Like a sense on your end of franticness or time is running out. There is a mother figure here for you who's kind of got a good sense of humor, very, very cute. She says she's fatter than most people. You know, she has a little bit extra weight on her. She's a little bit more rotund in her body type. Now, before I go into this, I need to know from you, Jackie, with that personal message, which I haven't even developed, but whoever's in spirit's bringing that message in, and I'm going to go into that person in a moment. But would you understand that there's an urgency in the situation you're in right now? It feels like time is running out.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I feel that your mother is here to help you with that. Would your mother be in spirit, please? Yes or no only?
Yeah.
All right. And she's a little bit rounder in figure than, you know, she's carrying extra weight on her. She shows me that. She also shows me that she rules with an iron hand, or she's got a strong personality. It looks like her hair was dark in its original color, though I do see some salt and pepper in it, some salt in the darker hair. I also see that she must have liked, well, she likes to be in the kitchen. Okay, I see food. I see her with a roller, one of those wooden rollers you would use maybe if you're going to roll down pasta or something like that and cut it up. But to me, it means being in the kitchen. It also means having a strong personality. People would listen to her. So would you understand Mom liked to be in the kitchen, was good at cooking, please? Just yes or no?
Yes.
All right. And would you understand that she had a strong personality? Yes or no?
Absolutely.
All right. And would you understand she carried a little extra weight on her? I'm being a little bit, I'm underemphasizing it right now, just to be polite.
Yeah.
Yes?
She did for her friend, yeah.
All right. She loves herself very much, she says, when she's on Earth. She's a big speaker, big talker, and she's got a jolly sense of humor. You're very much like her in that respect, personality-wise. You're a giver, not a taker, she says, Mommy says, and you're a lovely person. Mommy loves you very much. Your mother loves you very, very much. And she wants you to come over to her right now and get a big kiss from her. So she's got this demonstrative, caring, kind of fun personality. I think anybody would enjoy that part of her. So she's talking to us already. She entered the room, the psychic room, the other side spirit room, by talking about you in this problematic situation. There's something else I need to bring out. There's also a feeling of a younger male in spirit to her. But when I first heard your voice before, and now I'm starting to get it again, a feeling of a male to you that's younger than you even. Would you have somebody in spirit that's male to you, honey? A male that's younger than you, please?
I have a cousin we were about the same age that passed away when we were young.
All right.
When we first got out of high school.
Okay. Well, I get a feeling of that person around also, although it may not be your primary target for this evening. And I can see him and all that. I won't develop him too much. But I'm just going to go back to Mom. Mom, you want to complete your statement so your daughter gets some advice from you, please? Fall is coming in now. You have a lot of people in the house with you. It's a difficult situation. You're overloaded with work. She says, I wish that you could get out more and just relax. She says, you're overtaxed, you're overworked. I'm not sure what the time is running out yet, but I told you before, it felt like it was money issue or something like that. But now she's going into life is like a pressure cooker for you right now. Everybody wants something from you. You don't have enough help, and you're really at your wit's end. Would you understand that, please, Jackie?
Yes, but I definitely will.
She's trying to help you from the spirit realm, give you some ideas about what to do. And she's showing me that you should put money aside for yourself, like almost in a cookie jar or your own little savings account or something like that, so that you can go off and do what you need to do for yourself when you have time to do that. She also shows me, well, you know, as she was saying, I said, like, go to the beauty parlor or indulge yourself, maybe get a, you know, mani-pedi, things like that. Just go off and do your own thing. She says, and that's symbolic too. You could take it symbolically, if not literally, is that the only way out of this is to really siphon off something for yourself, is what she's saying. Eventually things will settle down, and you won't have, feels like there's a younger person came back into the home or doesn't want to leave the home, like a son or, you know, daughter or son or some kind of offspring. Somebody there, you know, you want, maybe that person should be already out of the house kind of a thing. But she says eventually all of that will iron out and you will have more peace of mind and more space for yourself. Would all that make sense to you, please, Jack?
Yes, but I'm not sure, like, if it's my brother, because my brother is in the house. And he's not in my physical house, but he's in her house. And he created a big problem that's pretty much landing in my lap.
Okay, well, that makes sense.
Maybe, I don't know if it's referring to one of my sons, you know, who can be a very big challenge at times. I'm not sure.
Well, I think it fits her son. And remember I said I felt a male that was younger than her. I thought it was in spirit realm, but now I understand what it is. Is that a younger brother to you, love? Yeah. He's like a child. He's like a child. He needs to be taken care of.
Mine.
Yes, he's like your child. You see, that's who it was. That's who she was showing me. And there's a lot of upset now because of all of that, but everything will work. So the message is everything is going to work out. And she says with time, everything is going to work out. But all you can do right now is sort of like siphon off whatever space you can for yourself to do what you need to do. And I use the word space as a metaphor. In other words, don't get, you know, he's asked a lot of you, your younger brother. It's a pain in the neck. He needs help right now, though. He needs the help. He needs all of this, but eventually he will get back on his feet again. And that's what you need to know, because right now you don't see that you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. So he's going to get on his feet, she says, and he will be making a good mark for himself. So yeah, even when I first connected with you before, when I cleared the phone lines, I put down a little note, feel a young male to you. In other words, I felt that there was a young male to you. I thought he was in spirit, but it's mom who came in to talk about it. So don't worry about it, love. It's all going to clear itself up. And right now you might not see the light at the end of the tunnel, but she's showing you there is light at the end of the tunnel. Okay?
Okay. I'm glad to hear that. Been a challenge with, you know.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I do feel like time is running out.
Time is running out that you need him out of the house. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Let me see if mom has anything else to say. Then I got to go to the other lines. Mom, you have anything else to say about that? Because we did feel like she was in a pressure cooker. Remember, mommy? You said all that to her. I know, she says, but you will take care of everything by the end of the fall. This is not going to last very long. Everything will be broken up or fixed, or everything will be resolved by the end of the fall. So the end of the fall, I think, is December 21st, because that's the beginning of winter. So that's what she's saying, though, darling. It's all going to resolve itself. Okay?
Okay, thank you, Laura. I do appreciate it.
Sure, my pleasure, honey. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, love. Be friend.
Thank you, love. Okay, I'm going to go to the person waiting the longest in the queue. I think it would be Mary, but I just need to double check. And then after Mary, I've got Donna. I've got a whole bunch of people waiting. Okay, I'm going to go to Mary now. Hi, Mary. How are you?
Good. How are you, Laura?
I'm great, darling. Now I'm going to give you instructions, and everybody waiting, if you could hear the instructions, they'll be for you as well. I just need a question from you. I don't want any background, darling, and as tight and succinct as possible. And then Spirit takes care of the rest. Go ahead, love. Give me your question.
Okay. I'm wondering if I should reach out to my mentor, who had somebody who works for him reach out to
Okay,
a
don't
potential employer.
let me just cut you at, let's go with, should you reach out to your mentor, and then we'll see what we get. And then we'll go from there. Okay, should Mary reach out to her mentor, yes or no? I'm talking to your guides so they know all about you. Okay, so let's see what they say. You really should do this, and I also get the feeling like a lot of time has passed. It needs to be done fairly quickly. And very, very quickly, because if too much more time passes, you won't get the results that you need. Something about it, and it needs to be sort of situational, and the response needs to be done quickly. So don't wait much longer, and it will work in your favor. You still haven't waited too long. They're saying, don't wait any longer. Don't hold things in. Don't bottle things in. It feels like something wrong has been done against you. And it needs to be reported and or spoken about very, very quickly. Would that make sense to you, please? Yes or no?
The wrong thing, I didn't mention it to my mentor. No, he doesn't know about it. And as far as this taking a little while, yes, I've waited a couple of weeks because it was somebody who reports to him who was supposed to forward my resume to another organization. She used to work at that other organization.
Okay, you're not. Okay, let me just clarify.
Sorry?
Let me clarify what was said. I'm going to go a little slower. You were told that you need not to wait. You shouldn't wait any longer, and that the thing that was wrong needs to be reported also. That's, you asked me.
Oh, okay.
And you asked me if you should talk to your mentor about what happened or something like that. I think that was your question. The answer was yes, don't wait any longer. You waited too long. And then I got additional information that there was a wrong done to you. And if it's not reported quickly, then time passes and it's situational. It needs to be attended to quickly. See, I'm not the one, I don't need to know. They know, your guides know. So is there an add-on question for that, sweetheart, so I can give you what you need here? Because the answer is yes, you should talk to your mentor and you should tell the wrong. Go ahead. Is there anything else?
Okay, good. No, I was just concerned because I would be tattletaling on his underling who didn't do the favor that she said that she would do for me. So, yeah, I suppose I'm just going to have to reach out to him and let him know. So another thing is, should I reach out to this headhunter who who actually put together a program that I attended last summer? He's also supposed to be looking out for me, but as of late, when I've reached out to him, he hasn't responded to my emails. And so I'm wondering if I should continue to pursue trying to get a hold of him through telephone and leave messages for him, or should I just let it be?
And what is his title again? What did you call him?
He's a headhunter, and he's also somebody who put together an executive training program that I attended last summer.
Okay, I only need the title. I only need headhunter, honey. I don't need a lot of background left. So let me just go and see if you should reach out to him again. Hold on. Yes, you should reach out to him again. He will be constructive in the effort that you're undertaking right now. He will be very helpful to you. The reason he hasn't gotten back to you is not because he's not interested. It's more that he's been detained with other affairs and events. When I go to his energy, I feel a lot of help there for you and a lot of enthusiasm to get you moving forward in your career. And with that, honey, I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to go to the next caller. Okay, love?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay, I'm now going to go to Donna. And Donna, you're going to be asked again. Do not give me a lot of background, just the question, love. Go ahead.
I am under contract for a condo in Orlando. The address is 3906 Versailles Drive. I'm under contract. Is that a good move to go ahead and buy that? And by that I mean, can I rent it out quickly?
Oh, you want to buy it as investment property? Okay.
Well, that's, I'm hoping that you'll tell me something about that, because I have a choice to either stay in West Palm Beach and go to school or move to Orlando and go to school. And that was my second question. Do you see me, would it be okay for me to, better for me to live in it and then rent in West Palm Beach, or stay in West Palm Beach and rent that out? But the first question is it a good deal? I mean, am I getting a good deal, or do I need to let it go?
Okay, can't do several questions for one person, so let's keep that in mind, because I fill a full reading queue. So let's just try to keep pretty succinct in what we're looking for. Is this a good deal is the question for 3906 Versailles Drive in Orlando. Hold on, I'm going to be silent. Give me a moment. Yes, it is a good deal. And of course, one would wonder why you haven't spoken to the people who would show you it's a good deal, but you have, and you already know it's a good deal, so you can trust them. Do you understand, please?
I hope so. I'm hoping, yes.
But I mean, what I'm trying to say is, please pay attention. What I'm getting here is that you have already heard it's a good deal from somebody, maybe an authority on the subject, a realtor or whatever, and I'm confirming it is a good deal. That's what I'm getting. And the second part of that is the checkpoint, or the way for you to confirm it, is Laura has got the second part of that message, is that you've already gotten that information. That's a good deal. So I'm confirming it is a good deal, and you can sort of trust in it, and that I have that other bit of information kind of checkpointed. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Yes, I understand what you're saying, but I also know that some people, they don't see the future. They could think it's a good deal, and I think it's a good deal, but you know how things go sometimes. So, that's all I'm saying. But okay,
Yeah, well, I can only let me see now here. I want to go back to the other incident that we spoke about in the past, your move to another. No, I just want to say something about it. There's something to be gained from that. Okay, listen, it's very important that if you're very anxious about something, I didn't say this yet, and this is true for everybody listening. If a person is being read and they're very, very nervous, they actually can affect the energy, and everything can get wiggly. So just be relaxed, and your answer is on this Versailles property is that I'm getting it is a good deal, but you need to do your own homework, honey. It's best that you do.
I've done as much as I could, believe me.
Right,
I've done as much as I could.
All right, well, that's what was said before, and that's why I can trust the answer is that you already feel it's a good thing, a good deal, and now Spirit gave you that extra piece of information so you can trust the message, which is Spirit says it is a good deal, and you already think it is a good deal. So there you go. Okay, sweetheart?
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, honey.
All right, bye-bye.
Yeah, it occurred to me because most of my readings are very accurate. But in the case of Donna, it's sort of a huge tragedy occurred around an answer for her. Thank God she didn't make any moves yet, because the tragedy occurred before she was able to take action. But she had called me on that subject maybe 3 to 4 shows in a row, or 2 to 3 shows in a row. And it hit me finally one day. It's like, oh, she was very, very anxious about that. So we need to follow. If we're nervous, if you're nervous about something, it doesn't matter what a psychic says. You need to follow your own intuition. And if you are nervous, you could actually be affecting the accuracy of the answer. See? So that's the lesson learned from that. And I'm going to hopefully be able to see that sooner. Is like, if I feel that the caller is, the person getting the reading is very, very nervous, I'll have to embed that into the answer as well. Okay. And so I am now going to go to, hold on, I got a 48-minute person. Okay, looks like we've got the nameless 48 person. Cool. Oh no, oh yeah, that's true. Hello. And your name is?
Shanna.
Shanna. Hi, Shanna. Could you please just give me your, hi, sweetheart. Could you just give me your question, please, without a lot of background?
I'm wondering if the person I'm in a relationship with is going to be the person I end up getting married to.
Okay, so the way you asked the question, I would assume that you have a person in mind. Hold on one second, please. Yeah, you do have a person in mind. Okay. Please give me his initials.
JR.
JR. Okay. I like him very much already. And you're asking if it will lead to marriage. Is that what you said, honey?
Yes.
Okay, let me go to JR. Yes or no? Yes. Looks like this guy is pretty much interested in a commitment. He's not a fly-by-night individual. There's something about unique commitment. Oh, meaning singular commitment. Weird commitment or different commitment, but a singular commitment. He wants to be with one person. He wants not the kind of guy be roaming around. He likes to be focused in his life. It looks like work is important to him. He wants to build a life. He's got big plans for the future. And he looks at it like this. If he has a stable home life, then he can also have a stable monetary life and spiritual life and family life and everything else. So he's a kind of stable guy looking for stability. And that's what I get for him. And I get a yes on that. Now, I just want to see if there's anybody else he's looking at, because I get the feeling with this JR that he's very practical. Okay. In other words, if you're not stable, if you're going to give him any drama, he's going to be looking further. So let me just see something there. If he's like smitten, I want to see if he's smitten with you or not. I'd like to see that, or if he's just like saying, well, she's a good candidate, because he's very, very analytical in his movements and actions. Yes, he is smitten with you. He doesn't show it much. He's kind of like,
no,
right? He's very buttoned down, very conservative looking, conservative in his actions, but inside his heart's skipping a beat for you.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been together a year in the past, but he doesn't show his emotions much. So sometimes it's hard to figure out where his head is at. So it's great. It's good to know that.
Yeah. All right, sweetheart. So I'm going to let you go. All right, love? Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Oh, Teresa. I'm so sorry. Teresa's been waiting a long time, and I thought I spoke to you already, but I didn't. Ooh, I'm so bad. Teresa, hello.
Hello?
Yes, sweetheart.
Hello?
Yes, love. So
Hi, how are you today?
I'm great, love. I'm sorry that, I thought I had spoken with you already, and I was just sitting here and I saw how long you were waiting in the queue, and I'm like, I don't think I spoke with her. Okay, so I haven't spoke with you yet, darling. All right, so you said you had a life question, or you wanted me to see if there was an other side connection for you.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Let me just see something. I just want to see if anybody pops in for you, love. Teresa 646. I need your complete attention and focus, Teresa. So whatever you're doing, you need to stop. All right, because it helps with the whole connection thing. No. Well, I'm not getting anybody just jumping in. I could probably develop somebody, but I'd rather that you give me a question and then we'll do it the other way around. Maybe somebody from Spirit will give us more information. So give me your question, love.
How can I stop procrastinating? Okay, I don't know if it's a fear issue, but I'm trying to break bad habits. I know I can break them. So, do you pick up any messages on that?
That's a good question. I like that. It's a self-improvement question. I like those kind of readings because they're more interesting to me. Teresa at 6, procrastination. Well, okay, they're showing me part of your chakras, energy centers in the body, to show me where you're blocked. Okay, because that's part of the answer. I feel that there's a block that you feel like it doesn't matter what you do, you're still not going to get ahead, kind of a thing. There's a sense of defeat before you begin, kind of a thing, and that you don't get disappointed. So you'll put effort into something and it doesn't turn out. You've done that in the past. You've only had poor results. I can go a little more specific, but what I get is you're afraid of disappointment. You're afraid of starting something that it would fail. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, and I'm going to get.
I see.
Yeah, and that you have been rudely disappointed in the past, and I feel it's something that you did for someone else. You put a lot of effort in. You really bent over backwards, and you created, as they say, a home for someone, and it was not well received. And I feel it is an older person to you, like a mother or someone like that. And, yep.
Exactly, yes.
And instead of appreciation, there was a lot of upset and a lot of, you're interfering. Why are you doing this to me? Biting of hands, pulling out of hair. And, you know, her fear really, not anything you really did wrong, but her fear, and I guess she's in spirit now as your mom, her fear that, you know, she was getting older and she didn't want to be in somebody else's home, kind of a thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. And so to her, it was a message of defeat, and to you, it was a message of love. Oh, God, you poor baby.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, so that's probably why you wanted me to go to the other side, because it's unsettled business there. Let me see what I could do with that, and I have to go. Your mother is here, okay, Mom? And I'm sorry, I do need to bring in a little more information first before we can really get to the point of this. But what I do see is a shorter woman, a little bit stocky, but not overweight by any means, but on the shorter side. She looks like she wears her hair on a short haircut, a bit of wave to it. It looks like she does dye it a brown color, at least to an advanced part of her life. She has full lips, a straight nose, a little bit of fleshiness and point up at the tip. Her eyes are kind of squinty a little bit. I don't know how to say that really. They're not real tiny. They're nice eyes, but just look like a little bit like she's always smiling. Her eyes are a little bit squinted out. I see her dressing nicely. She's very particular. She's very clean. She likes everything the right way. Everything's got to be just status quo, just perfect, and drives you crazy, but you still love her. You understand what I mean by that, please?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's hard. She's a difficult one to get along with. She says, I know that I was not that kind or loving towards you when I was on earth. She says, but please forgive me. Okay, please forgive me, because you've always worked from your heart to make things right between the two of us. She says, I've never really opened my heart to you the way I should have. She says, you are a kind and loving person. And she says, I was unable to really give in to that. And she says the reason for that is because of her own upbringing, which was pretty strict and not very loving. And so for Mom, it's hard for her to express love, you see. And so there's a lot of, and you're more easygoing, you're more, just very easy. So what is coming in here now, it's hard. Now it's hard for you to move forward on things because that was a big thing that didn't work out. So I'm going to just give you a little bit of healing on that. And hopefully the awareness of this will help you as well. Just awareness is healing, but I'm also going to send in some light into the areas that were most affected. Your creativity also is affected, and your root chakra. So hold on 1 second.
Seconds.
And also your self-esteem was affected by that. Mm-hmm. And also sense that you don't know that you think, well, maybe I don't communicate right. What did I do wrong? So I'm clearing that. You're a good person, Teresa, and you need to know that. And Mom wants you to know that. Okay, sweetheart?
All right, thank you so much. That helped a whole lot.
Thank you, love. God bless. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for calling in, and I look forward to working with you Monday next week again. If you would please book a session with me at booklaura.com. If you do, put radio show in the event code field, and you will obtain a third more time for free. Have a great evening, everyone. Bye-bye.
Using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.